welcome everybody. Today I thought it'd be kind of fun to go through the Resident Evil 7 demo that just released on the PC. I've been playing it on the PS4 for quite a few months now, and played on the standard PS4. Was very impressed by the visuals, how smooth it ran, and really enjoyed the demo. Then actually tested it on the PlayStation 4 Pro in HDR with the improved graphics, and I was very impressed with how good the game looked with HDR as well as with the Pro's capabilities. They really increased the resolution. The anti-aliasing method, whether it was a temporal solution or whatever it was a very effective and really good anti-aliasing solution, and the graphics looked really crisp, really detailed. I was very impressed with the console copy. However, this game is a multi-platform game. It is coming to PC and Xbox One as well. Now, the demo's been out on Xbox One for about a couple weeks now, but they just released it on PC on the 19th, right? I was busy on the 19th, so wait a couple days, and now I have some time to actually sit down and record it. So we're going to play through the Resident Evil 7 Biohazard demo. But we're going to do this a little bit differently, okay? I'm actually going to walk through the demo because I played this many times already. I played this on the PlayStation 4. I played it on the PlayStation 4 Pro. I 100% completed, did everything I possibly could on the PS4. I got my coin of stamp of approval thing that's going to give me some extra items or something extra when in fact I go in and get the game if I decide to play it on the PS4. But for the PC, you know, I haven't done that yet, and I really wanted to see what graphical benefits and options are available on the PC besides the smoother frame rate, and I really wanted to see if the game was well optimized. Alright, this is going to be my first look into playing Resident Evil 7 on the PC. I'm very excited. Hope you guys are. We're going to completely walk through the demo. We're going to do every single possible thing we possibly can. Alright, we're going to check out all the cool. We're gonna solve all the 5 murders that you have. We're also gonna just explore the house. We're gonna check out the visuals, and it's gonna be pretty cool. And if I have extra time, let's say we finish the whole 5 murders thing, and I have some extra time, I may split this into multiple parts, and we may try multiple different endings as well. All right. So I'm gonna boot up Steam here. We are gonna test out. There it is. Resident Evil 7 beginning hour. As you can see, this is the first time I'm starting it up. Excited to see how this game looks. It already looked amazing on the Pro. Oh look, windowed mode. Haven't seen that in a while. I got earphones in, by the way. These are my Bose SoundSport earphones. Very impressed with these. But I got them in because you guys, I don't want it like an echo to come through. I think I'm going to play games like this from now on. In fact, I'm looking to get a high quality headset, so that should be pretty good. No save data exists. Alright, so it says adjust the brightness adjust the brightness as indicated by the coins. Alright, so that should be visible and this shouldn't be visible. So if I turn it down one more, this is how it should be. Increase the, I don't know why it's in windowed mode. Alright, so let's look at our settings really quick. Everything seems pretty good. Display, camera wobble, yes. Blood on screen, let's do normal. I want all this shit on screen. Tutorial messages, phone icon, it's off by default. A HUD, will leave the HUD on. The reticle, I'm actually going to change this to red, only display when aiming. Brightness we selected, that's good. Audio, dynamic range. I have headphones in. They're not really headphones, but I'll leave this on large and surround sound because that's what I have my JBL sound speaker plugged in. We'll turn virtual surround sound on for the earphones though. We'll do that. Graphics, alright, we're going to set up to 1440p here. Whoa. 144 hertz, full screen please. Field of vision is going to be at 90 degrees. Really, you can only go up to 90. Frame rate, we're going to leave at variable. That's uncapped. We're going to turn VSync off. Rendering method, interlaced or normal? Well, I interlaced this crap, so let's make sure it's progressive scanned. Resolution scaling, that's super sampling. I may turn that up if the game runs really well. Everything is going to be on max settings. Anti-aliasing, I'm just going to have... actually, SMAA is cleaner than TAA. So let's leave it on SMAA. Motion blur we'll have on. Is there any option? No. Leave this on very high. So we're gonna go with the max settings here. GTX 1080, HBAO plus, excuse me, NVIDIA exclusive. That should help out with the dark spots. Bloom, lens flare, volumetric, high. Reflections on. Subsurface scattering, yes. Chromatic I hate chromatic aberration, but because I'm gonna go through with it because it's an artistic effect with the demo that you have like a video camera. Chromatic aberration, by the way, is the effect of having these rainbow, like these red, white, and blue rainbow effects on the outskirts. It's supposed to simulate like an old school camera. It looks like crap. They used it in Bloodborne, and I think it only hurts visuals when it comes down to it. But I'm gonna leave it on because you're actually using a camera in one of the missions and areas in this demo, and I think that might help. Whoa. All right, so now we're at full screen here. Color space sRGB. If we have if we have an HDR TV, you're gonna want to turn on BT709, but we'll do sRGB. Okay, so it looks like we're good here. Changed everything. Just want to go through that one more time, make sure. A lot of options, which is really good to see. All right, so Resident Evil 7 beginning hour. My camera's not aligned. I just realized. So, hello. All right. Start the game. Pretty good. Let's see how this looks. We have our cutscene here. Kitchen, found within the same house as seen in footage. On VHS. Who's here young enough to remember VHS? I remember VHS. I watched all that shit. Charlie Brown. What else was on VHS I really liked? There was like a couple movies I remember. Put it in the freaking VHS player. It was all bulky. Whoa.
Still.
Alright, so here we go. Resident Evil 7 teaser, beginning hour. Ooh. Get out of the house. Alright, so what are we at in terms of frame rate? 73 frames per second. Pretty good for considering this game's not released yet. I mean, it's going to be released soon, so this is a pretty good way to see the optimization. Wow, it is dark. I don't remember it being this pitch black when I played the game. It is very, very dark. Alright. So I said this is going to be a walkthrough, right? So we're actually going to play through this whole thing and do it 100%. I shall dash them against the stones. Pretty good. In terms of how it looks, to be honest, because it's such a dark game, right? The contrast is really high on this. You're not really going to notice... I mean, to be honest, I'm not noticing a significant... I notice sharpness, and I notice some detail and some nice, fineness in the textures looking at this wall, like where the door is. I notice that. But I'm not, like, dramatically taken aback by it. I'm not. This actually looks very much similar to the PS4 Pro. So we're going to have to see till the main game comes out. I mean, it looks good, don't get me wrong. But I'm just not like, whoa, it's a different game, you know? It's like there are a few games on PC with the better graphics that look like a different game. This game looks good, though. It looked good already on console. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, of course, is we're going to crouch down here. We're going to switch a little lever here under the fireplace. If you never played this demo, by the way, please play it before you actually watch this video, because it's a great, great demo. Even if you're not a Resident Evil guy, it's a great playthrough. And if you're too scared to play it, well then I guess you can watch the video. So we have to collect the fuse that's on this table right here. We got a fuse. This is going to allow us to access the attic. Alright. Yeah. See, I noticed clearness and a little bit sharper textures and cleaner textures, I should say, here. I also like how I can change the field of view. It's really nice. Ooh. All right. Game looks good, man. Yeah, I'm noticing. I don't know if it's because I put it too dark. I mean, I follow the instructions. Let me see again if I go to display, because it might be... I mean, I can barely see the not visible coin here. So technically, this is the optimal brightness for the game. It's supposed to be this dark. If that's what they want, then that's what they want, you know? And the monitor is calibrated, so... To be honest, with these headphones plugged in, really they're earphones. With the earphones, ooh, I notice I'm really impressed by the sound quality, in particular the music. It's very haunting. Alright. Sure, let's proceed upstairs to where we hear the foot stomping. This game's gonna be so good. I love horror games, man. I get scared very easily when I play them, but I have to tell you, like, I know, in terms of, like, the genre, no genre does atmosphere better than horror games do, in all honesty. Okay, are they watching us from that helicopter? Alright, so before we actually proceed here, I just wanted to show you guys, I just wanted to look at the visuals, really. I noticed cleaner volumetric effects, too. Nice little particles there. Okay. So we actually want to go downstairs and we want to start collecting the items that we need. The only downside of playing on the PC is that you don't get HDR unless you have it hooked up to, you know, an HDR TV. And I really do hope that very soon HDR will get implemented into monitors. We already see Quantum Dot coming to monitors, you know, but HDR hasn't been there. Still got a little bit ways to go. I'm actually, it's funny, because of the new consoles, the Xbox One S and now the PlayStation 4 Pro, I'm actually considering jumping back to 4K in terms of my monitors. This looks amazing, by the way. Wow. Okay, that's a difference. This mold right here, it didn't shine and sparkle like this on consoles. It was kind of flat. So that's some nice detail. This is dark. Alright. So all we need from here is this notebook. I'm also going to kind of go around and collect a few ammo right now, just so we don't have to collect it later. God, you can barely see anything. But yeah, because of the Xbox One S, which I have, it's hooked up right here at this house. I'm not using the 4K upscaling with it, but I kind of want to, you know? So because of the Xbox One S, and because of the, you know, PlayStation 4 Pro, which we have at Jake's house, because he has a 4K HDR TV, you know, I'm actually considering going back to 4K in terms of my monitor. But I love 144 hertz, you know? I mean, right now the game's running at around 66, 70 frames per second. Like, right now it's like 70 frames per second. And I noticed that, you know? I noticed that it's smoother than 60. You know, but it's just... because of the way consoles have it implemented now with 4K, I'm actually considering jumping back there. So I'm hoping that the technology of 4K actually gets, you know, a little bit more perfected. So next year, oh hi. So next year, or the year after, we might have 4K 144 hertz, or maybe, you know, 4K 100 hertz, whatever, monitors. And it'd be nice to have them, you know, have HDR standard in there, you know, and HDR10 capabilities. That'd be really good. So, all right. Now we have to go back up to the attic. Yeah, see, scenes like this, actually, I noticed, yeah, chromatic aberration, you can tell it right here on the blinds to the left. You can see the rainbow effects and stuff from chromatic aberration. So, I actually don't like it. See, I wouldn't mind chromatic aberration if it was just in the throwback scene, but I mind it in this aspect. Yeah, that looks a lot cleaner. And I'm actually considering, because SMAA isn't doing a good job with anti-aliasing, so I'm actually considering going to TAA, which blurs it out a little bit more, but it's cleaner. So if I go to TAA only. Oh yeah, now it's a lot cleaner. It's soft. This is more in line with the consoles. Okay, so it's a trade-off. It's a little bit too soft, to be honest. So if I switch back, yeah, now I get that sharpness back. You know, it's a double-edged sword. You know, you can either have the cleanness of TAA, but it blurs out a lot of things, or you can have SMAA, which essentially doesn't do as good of a job as TAA, but, you know, still does a decent job. So, I don't know. It's not bothering me. I'm not one of those people who gets, like, super bothered by, you know, aliasing on objects. If it's bad, then it's a little bit distracting, but most of the time I don't care. Back last gen, when I had my first PC build, I used to game at 1080p with no anti-aliasing because it was too much for my 560 Ti to handle. So we'll grab that after. But I want to get the keys. I want to get the handgun ammo, excuse me. Whoa. And the first thing we have to do is get the dummy hand. Object made of celluloid. Okay, so we're going to open up our inventory. We're going to combine this with the finger, and now we have a pointing finger. That will be useful later. We're going to look at the scribble on this wall right here. 5 guests murdered. It's about where is... I can't read this. Here we go. 5 guests murdered, but where is unknown. Nothing to point to their final gravestones, excuse me. So yeah, so we heard that laugh, and that's the start. That's like the pinpoint start of, yes, I'm going to figure out the 5 murders here. And for a lot of times, I mean, even though the game is scary looking, if you are figuring out these murders, you're not really going to get bothered, which is nice. You still are going to have enemies in your path, but it's not going to be like, you know, I played this demo so many times that I know there's no jump scares here. So, why are you so calm? It's like, I played the demo. This is like my 8th or 9th time playing this demo, so... don't get me wrong, there's some demos that are totally unsettling, like PT. PT you can still get scared out of no matter how many times you play it. So we point at this bookshelf here with this finger. It's supposed to trigger like a crash. We have to get closer. There we go. Alright, so that's pretty good. We have the finger. Now we're actually going to take a look at our notebook here. Grace will not wake when the clock makes its chime. Her covers are heavy, and it's her last bedtime. So we got a little bit of a riddle here. That's the first murder that we pretty much solved. Alright, so now after that we have to go upstairs and stare at the light that's like by the door. So back up here. And we have to stare at this light at the end here. Beautiful light. Alright, so we got that other laugh, and that basically triggers another thing. After this, now we have to actually go to the basement. You know what would be really nice, actually? I'd actually prefer this. It'd be really cool if the demo had a self-sufficient AI like an Alien Isolation, where Jack was just roaming everywhere and he could at any point show up. That would be freaky. So we're going to grab the key, basement keys. So that, grab basement keys. I have it written down here, so that's why you see me looking down. I didn't want to do anything wrong, because if you screw up something in the wrong direction, or you do something before you shouldn't, it screws up the whole process. So I want to make sure I didn't do that. Alright. So basically, we have to go down to the basement. We have to grab the valve and the attic keys, or whatever it is. Some window keys. We have to grab some keys. This is my first time actually playing with earphones on, and it's amazing how much the audio experience changes. You know? I mean, these are Bose, so it's very clear, but it's amazing how significant it changes. Alright. Nothing in here. Alright, so we have to go down here, and some scary stuff is going to happen. I don't think it helps. I don't think it helps that I'm playing this very cinematically. I'm walking slow, I'm doing slow camera pans. That's how I like to play games. I like to play them cinematically. So we have a lockpick here. It's vital that we grab that, otherwise you can't really escape. Hear that noise. So we have the wheel. Now we're going to turn around and surprise. Oh god, okay. Well, I'm done. So, I screwed up there. I kind of screwed up the whole process. One sec. So this is bad, because you're not supposed to get freaking... You're not supposed to get bitten by that guy, and now he infected us. Alright, and that's really bad, because we don't have any cures in this demo. Which sucks. But sometimes you can run past them, sometimes you can't. Anyway, so he's done now. We actually grabbed the items, so we can... I wonder if we can continue to solve the murders. But we probably won't make it out alive. Yeah. Actually, let's see. This is one of the endings, you know? But let's see if I'm able to make it out at least. Because I might be able to, well, not make it out, but I might be able to solve the murders and just get the infected ending anyway. So we're going to get the gun now. Flush the toilet. And our gun is at the bottom of the toilet. Oh yeah. This is bad. So we're not going to survive this at all, but we might be able to still, you know, we might be able to still solve the murders. Alright, so we're going to point at this painting and shoot her in the head. Alright, so we got that laugh. Then we have to go under here and point at the door. Okay. Then we face this mirror right here with no reflection, and we do a quick 180 turn. Okay. After that, we have to go watch the videotape. So now we did everything. Videotape. Here we go. Now, there's some speculation that you actually have to see the ghost. There's a weird ghost, some girl that appears for half a second. And you have to like catch her. You catch her on the blink of your eye, seriously. And you're like, what the hell is that? Is that a glitch? No, it's some ghost of a woman. So.
Where did you find this guy? Give me a break, Pete. Hey, I only work with professionals.
And there's multiple locations where she can end up being. So I'm going to take a look and see if there's actually, you know, some places. And by the way, I just noticed there was no subtitles. Is there subtitles here that I can turn on? I just realized there's no subtitles. Did they not include subtitles on the PC version? Oh wait, here we go. It's in language. Alright.
This new guy? I'm not feeling it. Again? Just don't be surprised if we have to make a change. New plan. We do a walkthrough of the inside first, then we shoot the intro. Just like we always do. Just try to say the show's name this time, okay? No problem. Tonight on the Sewer Gators, another worthless fucking shit. Happy? Stop.
I would also like to point out that this section of the game is running at 125 frames per second. Go figure. Alright, so there's multiple locations where she can actually be right here, which I don't see her at all.
Are we rolling? Okay, let's go.
So she's not there.
Get out of the way.
And you can still do 180 turns.
After you.
So I'm going to do a quick 180 turn behind the hall.
Why are we in hell this time? You ever prep? What's the prep? Shitty house, spooky sound. Ooh, is it haunted? Fuck. I was an anchor, you know?
Weekend sub, Pete. Not anchor.
What's that?
Nope, not there.
What's the story, Andre?
Abandoned farmhouse, missing family, foul play suspected. The usual.
How long do you say this place has been abandoned?
3 years.
Wait, get a shot of this.
She could also be in this window right here.
So, Hillbilly Joe and his family go missing.
Not hillbillies, the Bakers. Jack and Marguerite Baker.
Not here.
They were quiet, not back. A lot of bad rumors about their son, Lucas. Bad seed, apparently.
Ah, shit! No, I should have worn my good shoes.
You can actually get the lockpick here. So this is going to be...
My shots. Although, this would make a great backdrop.
This is actually going to be vital later on. So just unlock this drawer. There's nothing in there, you know, but you're not unlocking it for the present, you're unlocking it for the future. Alright, so here's where we can see the ghost, if there's another ghost. Is she there? No, she's not there. Okay. Usually she's on the stairs.
I mean, producers, they come and go, but a good cameraman like you, Clancy?
Now the last spot she can be is in this room. No, she's not. So I think I screwed up the demo, which kind of sucks because I got bitten. I think it doesn't work.
What the fuck was that? Did you hear that? Andre? What the fuck is he? Andre, where are you, man? What the hell? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Alright, new deal. We find Andre and we go. I mean, fuck this show.
They did a good job with the camera effects. It looks really realistic.
You first. Need a nice hero shot of me coming down the ladder. So, you first. What do you see? What is it?
Alright, so that demo's over. Or that throwback scene is over. I shall dash you against the stones. Now this is probably not going to work, in which case I'm going to have to cut away to the point where I actually don't get bitten. And, yeah, to the point where I actually don't get bitten. And, I'm not infected, so I'm not going to die. Essentially, I'm going to die right now. Or I'm going to mutate into one of those things. It's one or the other. I think there's also a way for you to kill it. I'm not exactly sure, but I think there is a way for you to actually kill it in the game, in this demo. So I'm actually curious to see if we can find out about that. So we stare at this doll here. It's supposed to laugh, but I don't think it's going to work. Which it doesn't. Because it didn't work. Alright, so I'm going to cut away. Right now I'm going to restart the demo. I'm going to play through all of what I just did. And not get bitten by that monster. Alright, so I just concluded watching the episode again. So we're going to go back here. Going to be going to the basement. We have to look at the doll. And we'll hear a giggle. I also did not get bit. I played through this whole section again, dodged the monster, so nothing hit me. We were good. Make sure that you dodge the monster, because sometimes, even if he doesn't bite your hand, even if he touches you, you get infected. It's a bit bullshit. So we're going to look at this doll. Should hear a cry. We might have to point at it. Point at it. We're supposed to hear like a laugh. Unless the laugh already registered. I don't know. Anyway, we're supposed to hear a laugh. Let me see. Yeah. But the laugh is not triggering. Even though I saw the ghost, the laugh is not triggering. So, what I think I'm going to have to do is I wonder if technically it already triggered the laugh and maybe I just didn't hear it. I don't know. Because I did replay it a couple times. I had to replay it a couple times because if you replay the video and there's no laugh there, you know, or there's no ghost that you see in the video, in the flashback, you have to keep replaying it until you actually see the ghost. So that was my 5th time replaying the freaking video. I was about to quit. I was like, this is frustrating. Alright, so let's go back upstairs. So we're supposed to point at the wires. These wires up here, we're supposed to point at them. There we go. Alright. So, and pretty much, to be honest, that nearly solves it. So, we go back there, we point at the thing. And I wonder, is this thing allowing us to go through yet? No. Okay. So I wonder, what we can do right now is actually a good idea. What we can do is we can go claim the axe, and we'll try going back down the basement again and see if the doll laugh triggers. Or actually what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to, in order to solve that one, we have to look at the cooking pot. So maybe it did register the laugh, and maybe I just didn't hear it. I don't know. Alright, so let's get our axe. Here's our axe. We now got our little battle axe, but I want to equip the pistol. So we have to open this pot. Then we have to point at it. Supposed to point at the food. But I wonder if it's because there's... I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Open up the pot and point. I'm looking at my notes right now from the whole, you know, thing. Because you're supposed to point at this and then it solves the murders. It should have registered though. Wall. Let's try going back to the basement and looking at the doll. Maybe because you have to look at the doll and then you have to point at the freaking pot. That might be what it is. Maybe I just didn't write down, oh, go to the freaking point the wires, then go to the doll. Maybe I just didn't write that down. All good. So, I'll get my final thoughts on everything after, but I just want to say that I'm actually contemplating getting this on PS4 Pro, because there's not really that much of a difference between what I'm playing right now on PC and the Pro. Let's look at the doll. That's the laugh. Okay, I wrote this down wrong. So you're supposed to look at the doll. We heard the little giggle. Now we have to go up to the pot and point at the pot. Okay, and then we're done. But yeah, I'm playing this right now, and I do see a slight. It's very slight. I'm talking like very minimal. Things are sharper. I noticed some nice glistening with some wet surfaces. Some textures are a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer looking. But I'm not like, when you're playing, you're not like, wow, this is a big difference, you know? And I think it'd be interesting to see a side-by-side comparison of the PS Pro running on a 4K TV and this running at native 4K. That'd be really interesting. I don't know. Alright, so let's point at the pot with our finger. Oops, why don't I stare at the pot? Here we go. Alright. So if we look at our notebook, all 5 murders have been actually solved. So Grace will not wake when the clock makes its chime. Her covers are heavy and it's her last bedtime. Phil's tucked in tight on his cold, stiff bed. He's having sweet dreams of not being dead. Stanley was told to go hide and they seek, but they wouldn't let him out no matter how much he shrieked. Marlene was so proud of her white and blue necklace it made her feel tall and left her quite breathless. Timmy did not mind the harsh light of 4 suns. Eyes require heads, and he did not have one. That's actually pretty funny. Alright, so all the murders have been solved, so now we actually have to proceed to the attic once more, and to claim our reward, basically. Pretty cool. And then we're done. Yeah, this might be a PS4 Pro game for me. With HDR as well, it's a hard choice. Here we go. You're the best ever. And we get our coin. Dirty coin. So that coin is... Whoa. That coin is basically going to give us something special in the full game, I should say. So I already got that on PS4 Pro, so that's all ready to go, but I didn't get it on PC. And just in case I was going to get this game on PC, that's what I was waiting for. Oh, I can't use that here? Hold on. There we go. And we made it out of the house safely. So pretty nice, pretty awesome, pretty good. So what do we have here? When the authorities searched the house, no videotape or other corroborating evidence of murder was found. The man's description of the events were outlandish but detailed. However, they were discounted after a small amount of LSD was found in his possession, which is actually kind of funny. Big joke. So true ending, the terror continues in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, and it's nice because you actually do get something special for playing this demo. You know, you'll get content. So I'm looking forward to the game, man. Like I said, I don't know whether I'm going to get this on PC or PS4 Pro. It runs great on PC. It was very optimized. I noticed 0 screen tearing, and the frame rate was very solid and consistent. On PS4 Pro, again, if you're playing on a 4K HDR TV, the HDR effect really helps highlight those dark areas so things aren't so crushed by black levels, so you can actually see more visibly. It's more accurate, and on top of that, it's upscaled, or if it isn't even upscaled. I don't know if they're running this at true native 4K. I highly doubt it. It's probably checkerboard rendering, but still looks very, very good. And I mean, I was very impressed by what I played on PS4 Pro in terms of visuals, and I'm very impressed by what I played here at 1440p. It looked really good. So That's it, guys. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it, and hope you guys have a good... Yeah, here we go. Item transfer. So I hope you guys have a good day, and I will talk with you all later. Thanks.